Svetlana, the firefly in the room.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we should have such a fun video. At least my expectations are pretty high. Today I have a couple hours of my day-to-day life and I want to spend them shopping. I know my previous video you saw was already about shopping, but it was filmed during the whole week and I was only once going somewhere, and today I want to do it again. I actually had so much fun, I relaxed so much, and today I want to go ahead and check if the store that I was talking with you about in my previous video will be open today, and maybe I will be lucky enough and I will go antiquing. Actually, I cannot explain it, but I just have this feeling that I should go and check it because maybe something is waiting for me in there and I'll just go for it, I'll just go with the gut feeling and see what happens. So I want to take you along. Once again, it should be raining in a couple hours, but maybe throughout that time I'll be able to do everything that I have planned to do. So it is antiquing, it's also thrifting, coffee shop, date night with myself, like it's not night, it's like day. I'm not sure, but I just want to have a little bit of chill time with myself and I want to take you along. So buckle up, grab snacks, maybe coffee, and let's hang out. Let's go.
Man upstairs is breathing down my neck, and the people they wait so viciously. Yes.
Alright, so it was a fail. This antiquing store once again is closed, and I'm a little bit sad because I really felt that today might be the day. This is such a cool spot, it's so tiny, but always I find something cool, like cauldrons for witches and stuff like that, but it's okay. Right now I'm heading to a Humana. It's a thrifting store for clothes, but it's a little bit different one than the one from my previous video. It started raining, not a big problem, but look at this. Love this movie, one of my favorite movies in the entire world. There's a guy behind me. Let's hide. Okay.
Little guys I find deep in the cartoon minds don't satisfy, and all hell breaks loose. Maybe things aren't the way that they used to be. Well, things are better and worse, just the same as ever. And even if we strike that goal, we can't keep doing this until we grow old. The cartoon minds will claim us in the end.
Actually, fun story, when I was leaving the thrifting store, there were a bunch of guys, maybe 10 of them, and they said that they are preparing for the bachelor party. I'm not sure if this is called the same way if there are dudes. But the challenge was to find out outfits for one another. I think this is such a cool and fun idea, just to go to this thrifting store and wing it. Just go with what you find and have a bachelor in thrifted clothes. Kind of cool. But anyway, right now I'm actually on a bus stop. I'm waiting for a bus and I'll go to my mom, where my aunt is also living right now for a couple months after her surgery. So I'll show you the haul at my mom. Let's go. Alright, so right now I am in my parents' house, in my mom's house, and I just wanna quickly show you what I bought in this Humana. Actually, it was pretty successful this time and I'm so stoked. So first of all, I decided to buy something for Agnes, since he was always, complaining lately that he doesn't have any t-shirts. I just found this cute, simple blue t-shirt from H&M, and it was only 7 euros. I think pretty good deal. Very love the material. It's so airy and perfect for summer, so that's that. Also, on my way actually out, I found this cute shirt. Look at this. I just fell in love with this pattern. It's so summery. Love all of those boats and palms. Look how cute that is. The only minus is that I probably will need to iron it, and I just don't love ironing, but for this shirt I'll do this. It's actually from Reserved and was also 7 euros. Huh? What an awesome deal, right? And lastly, this time I won't disappoint anybody. Something for me, something for Agnes, and also something for our house, and that is a simple... What is this? How do you call this in English? This is a piece of material that I will put on our table where we are dining and eating, and I think this is also so summery and cute. So adorable, right? So, oh wait, this one was 3 euros. Once again, such a good deal. Everything thrifted, save the earth, don't buy anything new, don't be a part of fast fashion, and just still have so many awesome stuff on your hands. But anyway, this is where I will leave you for this portion of the video. I think I will proceed tomorrow from my home, but right now I'll go ahead and hang out with my mom and my aunt and just, have some girl time. So, see you soon.
The next day.
It's been a day, guys. It's been a day. I'm so sorry I did not upload my video yesterday, because yesterday was such a busy and crazy day. But finally today it is a little bit better, not the best, because actually my mom's apartment has a flood right now from the neighbors, so it's a completely different story. I needed to run out there and help and all of that, but right now finally I'm free to film a little tiny video for you about houseplants that I actually wanna get rid of. Actually, Baloo loves to sit on my lap and just watch people walking around and just, be curious. This is such a sweet moment always, every single time, so sweet. But anyway, so yes, I know it's shocking, but yes, I do wanna get rid of some of my plants. Oh my gosh, where is it? So the main reasoning why I want to throw these plants out is that I really do not feel happy about them. They do not look aesthetic to me. I don't like the way they are growing, and there are many different reasons, but the main reason is, after all of the losses I had in my life in this previous year, some kind of my viewpoints to many things changed and shifted, and one of those things were plants, and I wanted to make my collection a little bit smaller. I wanted to get rid of some of these plants because, once again, summer is halfway through, so cold weather is coming back anytime soon here to Lithuania, and soon I will need to take all of these plants from my balcony back into my apartment. And since right now I have 2 dogs, it's a little bit more cramped in here, and I don't want it to feel like this. I don't want, to have this vibe that you do not have any space to walk around. I want my puppies to run free and have fun, and me not to worry every single time if they will knock off any of my plants, right? So the main reason to reduce this is to make my home more spacious, have more place for the puppies to play around, and also not to look as cramped. And maybe instead of having plants that do not bring me any kind of joy, instead of that, maybe buy some other plants that will, Does it make sense? I think it should make sense. So let's probably jump straight into the first plant, and it's actually a OG plant in my channel. This is one of plants that I ever bought when I started to live on my own with my fiance in this apartment. So this is kind of symbolic, but at the same time it just do not bring me any kind of happiness. Every single time when I water it, I'm always like, So I think our time together is over, and yes, even though it's symbolic and it's still a cute plant, don't get me wrong. It has lots of greenery, lots of potential. I could repot it and play around with it, but I just don't feel like it, So I want to give this plant to somebody else, and maybe they will give another chance for this plant, as I used to do with my walks with Rocky. And I want to try to capture it, but I'm not sure if I will be able to, because there is this spot with garbage containers near my home, but I do not have any kind of accessibility, to stand somewhere near and wait for somebody to come and pick up the plant, because I need to work today. Oh my gosh, that's a rumble one, right? But long story short, it's not cute for me anymore. I don't want it, and if I will miss any of my OG plants, I can always look back into my videos and just see what I have been growing and all of that. Plus, this plant is not irreplaceable. It's so common. I actually bought it in IKEA for maybe €5/bucks, so nothing too crazy over here, Okay, another one. This one is actually a plant from my office. I bought it specifically for my office. This is Chinese money tree, or Pachira aquatica, and it's kind of cute. It's not the cutest as it was. When the quarantine hit our country, I had to work from home, and I left all of my plants in the office without any kind of watering, and it actually dried out, so I needed to cut all of the tops and give it a second go, and I'm so sorry for that. And it went well, everything seemed fine, but you know what, I just do not like the way it looks, how leggy it is, and I have a 2 meters long Pachira aquatica in my other room, so I don't feel the need to have same kind of plants in different pots, so simple as that, Okay, another one. I feel like you might get mad on me for this one, because this is actually a plant from another plantuber, but I just cannot figure out. It looks so sad in my collection. It's a Rickrack Cactus, by the way, and it's just dying, it's just dying in my collection. If you look close enough, you will see how much it already dried out. So this specific plant I'm getting rid of in case maybe somebody will manage to rescue it and to grow it and to make it happy, because in my home it is so unhappy. I am so horrible with any kind of leafy cacti, like Christmas cactus and all of that. I am horrible with them. I keep on killing them. Actually, I had one that my grandma gave me, and it was kind of symbolic because it was in her home for years, and I killed that one as well. So I still do not feel like I'm really ready for this plant, so I'm just letting it go, and maybe somebody will rescue it. Fingers crossed. So this is Philadelphian Red Emerald, and it's going nuts. This one is actually from another plantuber. I got it in a plant swap with Vea, and don't get me wrong, I kind of like this plant. Of course I love Vea, but the problem is that this plant is looking really leggy, it's looking crazy, and once again, yes, I could play around with it, put it on a pole, or maybe propagate it and have a fuller plant, but I have another completely large full philodendron out here in the kitchen that is already going nuts as well, so I do not want once again a duplicate, a second plant that is going crazy in my home and giving me a bunch of stress. I'm just trying to keep as little as possible of stress in my home, and this will definitely help me out. Another one, we're actually almost halfway through, so bear with me, it's not that horrible. Hopefully, right? Okay, this one might shock you, but this is the cousin of African Violet I bought a couple months ago. This is actually my newest plant I ever bought. It's been almost 2 months since I never ever bought any kind of plant, and this was the last one that I bought before Rocky passed away and all of my brain was not interested in plants at all. And it shows, right? It looks sad. It actually burned in my balcony, and it isn't happy in my home at all. And yes, once again, it has potential. I could move it to another spot and maybe everything would be fine. But I just don't want to. You know, I had this image in my head that this will look so cool in my home, but it just doesn't. I just don't like the way it looks, I don't like the way it grows, and sometimes it happens. You know, you have this like image in your brain that everything will look so stylish and fabulous when you bring this plant home, and when they start to grow and, you know, act their way up, it just doesn't work, you know? Like most of relationships these days, right? So, you know what, I decided, okay, I'll give it to somebody else, and I am completely sure that maybe some kind of grandma will be walking near the garbage containers where I will leave this box full of plants. She will find it and she will be so happy and obviously report it and give it a nice new life. So in a way, I'm actually so happy for these plants and excited for these plants, because I know that new life is ahead of them and this should be so much fun. Alright, another one probably won't be a surprise for you, but maybe it will. I'm not sure, but this is my calathea. Yes, you heard me right, I have a calathea. This is actually one that I have been growing for a couple years at least, and it's alive. Yes, it doesn't look too sexy, you know? It doesn't look too good, it's been through some stuff. It actually was in my balcony on the ground, that's why it's all in feathers, because probably from the birds flying near my balcony, in dog fur and all of that, but I just don't like it. It just keeps on, you know, drying out its own leaves, then growing new leaves, and these ones are keep on drying out as well. And I'm not saying it's my problem, but it probably is. So, you know what, I thought, oh what the heck, enough me torturing this plant. Maybe somebody with a little bit greener thumb than mine will take care of this so much more better, and it will be lush and beautiful and gorgeous plant, which is not happening in my home. So definitely looking for a new home for it. Actually right now as we're speaking, I can see some new leaf growing in here as well. Still doesn't do any shebang, you know? Nah. And the last one I am actually a bit afraid to show on my channel, because this is a plant that my mom gifted me and I know that she is watching my video, so yikes. But I mean, let's be honest, this is cute variegated plant and I love it kind of, but not really, you know? Sometimes just stuff like this happens and you wanna keep plant only because it's special, somebody special gave it to you, but you just don't like it so much, you just, you know, let it be, and it kind of turns out to be leggy and not beautiful, and it even more uglier to you with the time, and it just doesn't work, you know? And this time I am talking about Monstera Standeliana variegata, and you can see why. I mean, when I got it, it had these beautiful leaves with variegation. As you can tell, I need to dust my plants, oh my gosh. Summer in here in Lithuania this year actually is so dusty. I need to wash my windows like once a month at least, because it just filled with dust every single time. But anyway, so it just doesn't look good. Yes, there was this plant that made me so happy, but all in all, this plant it just don't like to be in my home. It just keeps on growing these runners, and they do not look any kind of sexy to me at all. And I'm pretty sure there will be some kind of person who will see this plant and they will be amazed, because this is kind of not that common plant here in Lithuania. My mom bought it from a private collector, so once again, pretty special plant, but I just cannot, it just don't work, you know? So I'm looking for a new home for it, and actually Agnes gave me this idea to maybe, instead of just leaving these plants next to the garbage container the same day, maybe to film this video, and maybe somebody from Lithuania in here will want one of these plants. I mean, it's all free. So if you wanna come meet me, take these plants with yourself, it's completely free. Just leave me a message on Instagram, on Facebook, or write me an email and we can figure things out. I will keep it as it is for a couple days and then I will bring it outside for the people, you know? So you have your couple days periods to think about it. So yeah, these are the first batch, let's call it a batch. This is like the first batch of plants that I am planning to get rid of. I think I'll have a couple more videos on my channel throughout the summer of me just getting rid of more plants, and these kind of plants, I think they will go, as I already mentioned, you know, next to the garbage containers. The other ones I'm actually planning to maybe take to a plant swap. I mean, do you remember, if you are OG viewer on my channel, every single summer here in Vilnius we have plant swap. It's a pretty big event if you ask me, with so many cool plants. I'm actually so excited for this year's swap, so stay tuned for that as well. And I will just stop rambling. And of course, before leaving you, let me teach you another language lesson. So since I was talking about Rickrack Cactus, and rickracks are, you know, from fishes, let me teach you how to say fish in Lithuanian, in Russian, and in Polish, because why the heck not, maybe I will need it. So if you want to say fish in Lithuanian, you need to say žuvis. Once again, žuvis. And if you want to say fish in Russian, you need to say ryba. Once again, ryba. And if you want to say fish in Polish, it's actually pretty much similar to the Russian version, ryba. Once again, the Polish people only say R, the first letter of this word, a little bit different than the Russians. And since I'm Russian, I'm pronouncing it with an accent, so ryba. Like ribs, you know? So this is it for today's video. I hope you still enjoyed this one kind of random video, but lately life was just once again a mess, and I'm trying to stay on top of it, but not always everything goes by the plan. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please leave a comment if you enjoyed, leave a fish emoji if you watched this video till the very end in the comment section, and I will know you're a true one, you're a true friend who loves just to hear me mumble about random stuff, and I appreciate you so much. Please subscribe if you enjoy my content, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one.